Over. He belted 18 runs of the first super over. He's got great tattoos as well. Check out that elbow. That's some mighty fine sleeve work there. What a cool character he is.
When you know you've got a camera in your face, you've got to pretend you don't know. Two overs, 19 runs for the Dutch. And he opens up with the dot ball. Scotland are going to need to see an awful lot of those. It's a bit breezy and blustery out there. Scotland looking for an early breakthrough.
Pitching it up early, trying to make the most of any swing that might be on offer. He really has to be on it here, McMullen, today, because he has had the tendency to leak some runs in his first couple of overs, and then he pulls it back. He doesn't have that luxury.
It's in there, it's catchable, it's just short. I thought that was going to hold up. Momentarily coming in there for Scotland was Finlay McCreath. It did seem to die down quite quickly. You can almost sense the excitement from some in the crowd.
Well, the opportunity straight away, didn't get all of that, but fell well short in the end. Just gets the single. Maybe a promising start, at least the hint of something perhaps. They're just bringing in a slip now. Mark Watt has just moved into slip.
And again, just not to cover.
You can see the away swinger coming in, so he is finding some movement. That's why they brought Mark Watt in. And the batters, because Matt Cross is there, are unable to try and come out and meet the ball. And basically to negate any of that swing by meeting it early.
It's been a beautiful day in Glasgow. The breeze just coming across the wicket, right to left.
This is positively balmy. I'm loving this.
Beats the edge. This must make you feel at home weather like this.
Oh, don't know. That was a beautiful ball by McMullen. Just saw him roll his fingers down the side. Ball coming back in after he'd bowled the outswinger on the previous delivery. Good over so far from McMullen, but hasn't brought the wicket.
Final ball of the over. He's dibbling off the legs. Through mid-wicket. And that's another single, so a tidy start from the Scots. After one, Nepal, 3 without loss. Well, they didn't have any luck opening the bowling, as Nepal will be hoping to be sitting there for a while. Opening the batting, but he'll open the bowling as Mark Watt. Left-hander. Mark Watt, coming from that wonderful cricket school of Trinity Academy in Edinburgh.
I hear they only have the best students.
Well, they let anybody in sometimes. That is just clipped away. Well, Scotland were well positioned, but that might find its way to the boundary. It has. And there's the small margins which you face. Just played away by Kushal Patel.
Well, the fine margins and the frustration of having slip in and just over the head. So the idea was right, but once it got past slip, that was it.
This attack that is coming our way, that is going to take one bounce. It's going to be stopped now. You can see the outfield there, chased down by Chris McBride, but another day, that rolls over the rope. And there's still a lot of moisture in the ground, and it just thumped in and almost came to a halt. What? Better ball.
Just see a couple of good shots. They don't have to push things, but they are going to push things. It's in the air and it's over the head of McBride. It's another boundary. And all of a sudden, with just a few balls, Nepal have taken a decent chunk out of this chase.
Well, I think Chris McBride makes the right decision here to go for the catch. You've got to try and get wickets down in this one. He throws his arm out, tried to get there. He knew if it went over his head, it was going to the boundary. And it was a decent effort. Patel quickly on to 12.
That ball moved an awful lot. The drift
and to continue from the Meldrum Gardens end. What in it slip? It's clipped round the corner, and that's going to get away for Sharif. Will it be required? He can't stop. Philly McCreath out. And it's a boundary to start this third over.
They needed to be able to stop the boundaries, and they're not able to. Now there's just a nice wristy flick. Valiant dive from McCreath, can't paddle the ball back in.
We have half the number of fours that Scotland scored already, Nepal, and Scotland took almost 20 overs.